Welcome to the shortwave radio channel, and we are doing an ETM scan at 0 hours universal time, and on PL-330, PL-520. Started the ETM scan at the same time. 520 takes a little more time to do the scan because it scans extra frequencies. So let's see what we got. So first one on the 330 is 2245, which doesn't have anything. So that is often the case. I've seen that many times here. So this is a regular occurrence, and I believe it's due to maybe some medium wave stations that are kind of interfering or overloading, so the receiver stops on these low frequencies. The first real good frequency that it stops on is 4840. On the 520, what's interesting is the first frequency is the 5850, which is WRMI. Here's WWCR on the left. Then it's 5850.
A lamb for each house. It never says one single lamb for all the people.
So 5935 WCR.
That night there had to have been
decree on the investigation of Bula and Ebola in October last year. Being identified as 374 canonization. My subscribers someone has made a saying. The miracle attributed to the individual's intercession after
5950 WRMI received on both. 5990, which I believe is China from Cuba with no audio. Does it come in here? Yep, comes in here too. CFRX Toronto 6070 on the 330 and on the 520. Here it stopped on 7140, but there's some single sideband amateur stations, so that's probably why it stopped there. 7235, which is Radio Marti. Heard on both. $73.50. Not sure, but I think it's China. BCQ. Boat. 7520, which I would guess is maybe WWCR. WINB 9265.
salvation is a very, very precious thing. Like freedom. To reverse the
9275.
the direction. Nothing that the doctors could do.
WMLK.
Think of it.
WRMI 9395 on both.
Because of the reader
9455 WRMI on both. This one got 9710, which seems to be some Chinese music. This one, the 330 jumped to WTWW, while the 520 got China here. Then WTWW. So this one got WRMI 9955, the 330 did not. Both gets WWV. Radio Romania English, they were UTC 520.
The independence of quote during the fixing period is important because the result of the fixing procedure is used to calculate interest rates on a number of loans. Thus, a high rate may be favorable to lenders and directly affects consumers and other debtors whose contracts take a robot into account. The problem arises in the
Let's listen to the same signal on the 330. Oops. 5. Bandwidth. Okay.
Point can translate into substantial amounts, emphasized the president of the Competition Council. The investigation was launched at the end of 2022 and has gone through all required stages, including the mandatory approval stage within the cooperation mechanism with the European Commission. The banks now have 1 month to challenge the sanctions and 2 months to present plans
Check it again
to eliminate
on the 520.
competition prices. The decisions of the Competition Council are enforceable, and the fines collected will go to the state budget. The decision can be appealed in court within 30 days of the communication of the justification. The competition law prohibits any agreements between
Audio does seem better on the 520, although it's not that bad on the 330.
And that was Radio Music.
This one stopped, the 520 stopped on the radio teletype signal. And then Radio Nacional Amazonas on both.
Investiții sustenabile, noi oportunități pentru comunitățile locale și crearea de locuri de muncă.
11800. Maybe
acoperi până la 60% din valoarea
maybe Romania.
fără a depăși suma de
Radio Marti. Radio Marti. Some weak station here, 640 might be China. Radio Marti. Boat stopped on 15,000. Spain on 15.5. WRMI strong on 15.770 on both. Spain on both at 17.715. Boat has a weak signal on 17.780. And China on 880. So I believe that's the last one here. Yep. So if I had to compare, even though it's not exactly the same, and if you use any radio and you do the scan, both radios will not be exactly the same, but the major parts of the stations are the same. But this ETM scan seems to be very good on both receivers, and not too many spurious signals. It's interesting because somebody had mentioned he's getting a lot of spurious signals on his. I don't have spurious signals. Where it stopped on the 520, it stopped on a signal, so whatever it was, but it was a signal. So it seems to do its job well from what I see here. So anyways, more testing coming up, and really a full review coming up. I haven't had the time to really do the official review on the channel, and it's coming. But I can tell you that the 520 is pretty good from my tests.